What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another predicted lineup video. We host Bulgarian outfit Ludogorets at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as the Europa League returns to North London. It's a big game, actually, when you think about it. Both teams below us, or both teams, Lask and Antwerp, both sit on 6 points. So it's really a must-win this week, tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, all three teams are stuck on 6 points, so we have to win tomorrow with two other big games. Actually, bigger games than you think coming up after these games. So it's really imperative if we're going to top the group that we win tomorrow. Absolutely imperative.
Yeah, most definitely. We've got some special offers from William Hill to talk to you about before we get into the predicted lineup. And the first one to talk about is an offer for Spurs to win the Europa League at 11-2. I mean, get on this while you can, because game by game this is going to go down and down and down.
I'd say they're getting shorter and shorter, aren't they, these odds?
Yeah.
And Spurs got to be... Are we favourites now for Europa League? We've got to be.
It's not Arsenal anymore, I'll tell you that.
I couldn't believe it when I saw Arsenal favourites. I cannot believe it. But now the old bookies are starting to wake up. I could have earned you some money at the beginning of the season, I tell you.
And there's also odds here for Spurs to win the Premier League. It is the shortest Spurs have ever been to win the Premier League, and that is 5-1.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
The shortest Spurs have ever been.
Even in the Leicester season. Wow. 5-1. People are starting to take us seriously, aren't they?
Exactly. The bookies are starting to take us seriously. Rival fans are starting to take us seriously. Come on. So those are the two special offers. 11-2 for Tottenham to win the Europa League and 5-1 for Tottenham to win the Premier League. I mean, judging on those odds, it's exciting times at Tottenham, isn't it?
100%. It shows how far we've come, I think, that the bookies are starting to really shorten their odds on Tottenham to win these big trophies.
Yeah, definitely. Jose Mourinho has made his press conference. The team news is in. Sim, what can you tell me about the team news?
Well, Matt Doherty's back in training after he's been self-isolating, and he's back in the squad. Mourinho's unsure yet if he's ready to start, but he's definitely going to be involved, and he's probably likely to start, but he couldn't guarantee that he's in a condition to definitely start the game. Lamela, he said he's still recovering, and he's going to be out for Thursday's game, and very likely to be out for Sunday's game as well. And of course, we heard about the Toby Alderweireld news. He has sustained an injury which is going to roll him out between 2 and 4 weeks, so he's obviously out for Sunday.
Better than first feared, at least.
Yeah, look, at first fear there was apparently a minimum of a month, and now it's maximum a month. So hopefully he's going to be out back sooner rather than later, but he's definitely out for tomorrow. So only really leaves us with two fit centre backs for the Europa League in Sanchez and Dyer. And yeah, apart from that, a fully fit squad.
What did you make of Jose's comments about Tanganga, calling him not a centre-back anymore and a full-back?
Yeah, he said he's a full-back first. He's a multifunctional defender, but firstly a full-back. I thought it was quite interesting and very odd, considering first he broke into the... he's always marketed himself, Tanganga, as a centre-back.
He's probably played more games for Spurs at full-back than at centre-back.
Yeah, and last year at home to City, he played left-back on his debut. He played right-back or right centre-back or whatever. It's difficult. If Jose says he's a fullback, then I guess that's what he is. Maybe he can become what Davis is on the left-hand side, like Tanganga can kind of be on the right-hand side. I guess that's a positive. I don't know. I'm yet to be convinced of him at fullback. We'll have to wait and see. He had a few decent performances there. More defensively, he's been sound, but whether he can actually be a threat going forward, maybe he doesn't have to be. Maybe he doesn't have to be a good fullback in the Jose system. So it's an interesting comment. Something I didn't expect, because I always thought that Tanganga's future is at centre back, and it might still be. But at the moment, he says he sees him as a fullback.
Well, anyway, let me know in the comment section below. What do you think of those comments from Jose Mourinho? Do you think he's a fullback? Do you think he's a centre-back? Let me know in the comment section below. But let's get straight in to the predicted lineup. We're going to go for a 4-3-3 formation again. In goal, toss-up between Hugo Lloris and Joe Hart. Seeing as Hugo Lloris played the last Europa League game, we're going for Joe Hart.
They seem to be rotating, so they've been rotating throughout the whole Europa League. So I'm going to go with... I think we're going to go with Joe Hart for this one.
All right. Faultless Joe Hart so far this season.
Exactly. Only the goals he's conceded have been like worldies at the moment.
Right back is an interesting one. Matt Doherty is just returning. We've got Serge Aurier, Japhet Tanganga.
Yeah, Aurier's, I think, going to play on Sunday. Doherty's just back from self-isolating. He could start. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts, but at the moment we're going to give it to Tanganga because he's just the safest bet at the moment. He's the one who's definitely fit enough to play, and it's been a toss-up between him and Doherty, but I think Tanganga edges it.
All right, we're going to edge in Tanganga at right back, left back. Reguilon's been playing week in, week out. Davis hasn't played since the international break. Well, it was only last week, but what do you reckon?
He'll play.
I had a feeling. Davis, won't it?
I had a feeling it might be Davis centre back
instead of
maybe Dyer, maybe rest Dyer. But I feel like Davis will probably play left back this one because didn't Reguilon play the last Europa League game?
He did, yeah.
Reguilon did play.
A back two of Sanchez and Davis is just doesn't fill me with any confidence whatsoever.
Yeah, but it's Ludogorets. We should be okay.
Yeah, but we're not one to take one lightly because if all of a sudden we don't get a result tomorrow, we're in a very sticky situation in this group.
True, we need to win, but I think it would have enough. Didn't Davis play against Ludogorets? Oh no, it was against Lask. But he still played pretty well that game. I know he struggled against Antwerp, no doubt about it, but it was against a big physical striker like Mbakani, and he doesn't have to be facing that kind of threat against Ludogorets. But I just feel like with Davis and Tanganga at fullbacks, is there enough attacking outputs there? Probably not, unless we have Davis going forward a bit more, but he's not so good going forward. But yeah, I think at the moment that's what we're going for, Davis and Tanganga at fullback.
All right, so Tanganga right back, Davis left back. The middle two is really the only middle two that we can put there. Dyer and Davinson Sanchez, obviously with Toby Alderweireld out injured, Joe Rodon not in the squad as he wasn't put in the squad for Europa League. He signed a bit too late.
Yeah.
So those are our only centre-back options going into this game.
Yep, so hopefully wrap Dyer and Cotton Wool kind of throughout this game. Really hope he just gets through it and doesn't get any injuries because he's needs to start on Sunday.
I imagine if we're winning the game quite comfortably, then Dyer can come off, put Tanganga or Davis at centre-back and bring on a right-back or a left-back.
Sounds good to me. Probably Doherty coming on.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the midfield, the three in midfield, the furthest back, the midfield general.
Yep, Højbjerg. I think he came on actually against Ludogorets, didn't he, at half time?
Yeah.
Last time out. Didn't start against Antwerp, and we suffered for that. So I think he starts this game, and hopefully again he gets taken off early if we're winning.
And then the two in the midfield alongside him, we're going to go for Harry Winks and Giovanni Lo Celso.
Yeah.
Harry Winks obviously just recovering from a minor knock from his England, but he had semi-successful international break, didn't he?
He played quite well for England, I thought, and I thought the first half against in his last start against Ludogorets in the away game, he played really well. So, a good opportunity for again to show that he deserves a place in the team. But I think even if he plays well, Sissoko is going to start on Sunday anyway. But he just needs to keep showing he's available and he's ready to play.
So alongside him, Lo Celso, after his amazing international break for Argentina, 2 brilliant games for them. And coming on against Man City and providing us with the winning goal and a great performance really when he came on as well. So you expect him to come in, slot straight back in and really to be our most productive player on the pitch.
Yeah, you would hope so. He's playing really well at the moment. He's really getting back to full fitness. We can see that. And if he has another really good game, he might even be pushing for a start on Sunday the way he's playing. Yeah. He's playing really well. It's tough to see past Ndombele on Sunday, but I think if Lo Celso really smashes it out against Ludogorets, it'll be hard to ignore him.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine Lo Celso comes in on the bench against Chelsea, but then against Arsenal, you actually could see Ndombele and Lo Celso play together for the first time.
It's going to be very, very interesting. It'll be very interesting.
We got to start playing those teams again when we come up against these lower league, low block teams. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Start playing the full force.
Yeah. So there you go. So far the team is Hart, Tanganga, Davis, Dyer, Sanchez with Winks, Højbjerg and Lo Celso in the middle. On the left-hand side, we're thinking Lucas Moura as Bergwijn started on the weekend. Sonny deserves a rest. So you think Lucas comes in, don't you?
Yeah. I think Bergwijn probably did enough in his game against Man City to earn a start against Chelsea. So Lucas Moura, I think, comes in for this one. I know, especially with Lamella out as well, because Lamella probably would have been within a shout, but I think Lucas gets the nod.
Lucas on the left. On the right, we'll see return to Gareth Bale. Obviously, he had a nice international break as well. Played fairly well. Grabbing 2 assists in 2 games.
Looked a lot sharper as well.
Yeah, so you expect him to come in this game and really see an improvement in performance.
I hope so. I think his performances have been getting better. He's been getting sharper. He's still not quite there yet. Even for Wales, when he looked a lot sharper than he has for Spurs, he still wasn't top Bale, but it was like getting there. You can definitely see he's moving through the gears. So hopefully this will give him another opportunity to get more fitness in it under his belt, and we're getting closer and closer to seeing that real Gareth Bale. But I think this offers another good opportunity. I wasn't surprised he didn't start against Man City, because I felt like that's a very intense game. A lot of running, a lot of tracking back.
And it'll be the same this weekend against Chelsea.
Exactly.
As
So
well.
I feel like Bale's probably more suited, which is why he started against West Brom. More suited to a team playing low block and who are more willing to defend
against Arsenal.
Exactly.
So there you have it. And up front, we're going to give Harry Kane a rest and give Carlos Vinicius a start.
Yeah. He hasn't started since that Antwerp game. He had a good cameo against West Brom before the international break. So I think it probably offers him another good opportunity to get some minutes under his belt and start again. And I thought it was harsh for him to be hauled off half-time against Antwerp. But he came on a half-time against Ludogorets, didn't he? He didn't play well. So he needs to show again that he's should be starting in the Europa League at least. So, yeah, good opportunity for Vinicius. I'm excited to see him.
This is a big game for kind of the fringe players like Vinicius, like Lucas, like Winks, like Tanganga, like Davis. You really expect them against a team like Ludogorets to take their chance and not having to rely on players off the bench in this game.
100%, completely agree. And it's been a bit frustrating. Well, not frustrating, but I guess...
The Europa League games have been a bit frustrating, to be honest.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, no.
Well,
but
since the groups...
first of all, the qualifiers were very frustrating, let's be honest.
Yeah, but we got through. That was very early on in the season. So
Antwerp away was obviously frustrating.
Yeah, but the other two were pretty solid wins.
Were pretty fine, yeah.
So I'm hoping for another one. We're at home again. So hopefully, with home comforts, we should be able to.
It's a must win. There's no two ways about it.
Actually, look at the table. 3 teams stuck on 6 points.
That's what I'm saying. It's a tight table.
With Antwerp playing Lask this week, and Ludogorets bottom of the league with no points. Imperative that we win this game.
Exactly. If this is the lineup, what score prediction are you going for?
3-0.
3-0?
3-0 Spurs. I'm confident. I think we can get a win over the line on this one for sure.
What was our score away in Bulgaria?
3-1.
3-1. I think I'm going to go for a repeat scoreline of 3-1. With that defence, I can see us shipping a goal. To be honest,
we should know.
We shouldn't. I agree with you. We shouldn't. But I can see us shipping a goal.
It was only lucky their goal last time.
Yeah, well, they'll get lucky again probably.
Maybe
a penalty or something. Who knows? But I'm going to go for 3-1. My brother's going for 3-0. Let me know in the comments section below what predicted scoreline you're going for. What predicted lineup you're going for. Do you agree with us? If not, put your predicted lineup in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.